Welcome to Never Wrong Sports. My name is Mo, and this is my partner in crime here, Hamid. What's going on?
Good, are you?
I'm overwhelmed. I would say that with what's going on in the NBA, it's crazy. We're gonna get into it probably right out the gates, but I mean, these last 24 hours have been a roller coaster for everyone in the NBA. Teams that aren't in the playoffs, teams that are. And if you're the NBA right now, you're concerned as a whole, especially with the recent news that just came out a few hours ago. So, I mean, so you want to just go into it? You want to talk? What do you want to talk about? KD? You want to talk about the injuries? You want to talk about the firings? What do you want? Yeah, we can go anywhere here.
No, I think we got to talk about the Bucks and Nets last night. I think that's the first thing we got to bring up.
So it wasn't really the Bucks versus the Nets. It was Jeff Green and Kevin Durant versus the Bucks. I'm pretty sure we can say that was what happened yesterday. They try to put James Harden out there, and
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You got to put Harden. It's got to be them three: Jeff Green, Harden, and KD. Simply because the Bucks were so retarded enough to give Harden that much attention, to the point that Jeff Green and KD were able to eat the way they did. It was.
And you knew from the jump that James Harden
had no business being out on that court.
No.
It was too dangerous. He's lucky that he didn't get. He had no business. That man practically did the Tony Snell.
He did 46 minutes.
He did the pacer test, bro. He did the pacer test. He really did.
Yeah, no.
They should have known that he wasn't ready the moment they saw Kevin Durant pushing up the ball on every single possession. If you watch any Nets game this year, every time an opposing team misses a shot, who gets the ball to push up? They give it to Harden.
Yep.
Every time. Mm-hmm. Kyrie gets the rebound. Here you go, Harden. KD gets the rebound. Here you go, Harden. They didn't do that this time. There's a reason. Because he's not explosive right now. He can't do any. He can't drive. He can't drive. He couldn't even jump. The man didn't want to jump to take his shots. It was too dangerous. And I agree with him because he's probably thinking about a ring. He wants a ring. So he's taking it easy. So to me, I would consider James Harden in that three, not just Jeff Green, KD, because he was a distraction.
You know what? I'll agree with you there.
He was a distraction.
And I don't want to get into – okay, let's go – let's take these 2 minutes right here, me and you. Let's talk about what – let's just give KD his praise that he needs.
Maybe his greatest playoff performance ever.
This is no question his greatest playoff performance ever. I mean, yeah, he's definitely the best. He's definitely the best player left in this playoffs, I believe, when healthy, of course.
Yeah,
better than Kawhi, better than Giannis, be better than whoever you want to put up against. And
yeah. I mean, that's not even a debate. Yeah, I mean, maybe if never mind.
But and you can definitely make a case. And I've been saying this for a few years, but not when he got hurt. I had to stop. You can make the case that he's the best player in the NBA. You can definitely make that case.
Right now, he is. For the first time ever, for me at least, it's someone other than LeBron.
Yeah, you definitely. And
KD wasn't bad. I don't think KD was better than Bron in 2017 or 2018. I really don't.
No, I mean it's one game.
But right now, no. KD's the best player in the world.
Yeah, you could say. And you know what? I agree with you too. I think he's better than LeBron right now. No offense to LeBron's 36.
There's no shame in that.
LeBron's 36.
There's no shame in that. They're clowning. LeBron can't carry like KD. All right, calm down. You forget what LeBron did. That man knows how to carry better than anyone in the league. But anyways.
Yeah. Now he played 48 minutes
in the world.
48 minutes.
What?
He played 48 minutes.
Yeah.
That's honestly though, I'll say this. That's the second greatest playoff performance I've ever seen behind. I think the LeBron James game 1, that was insane. That was better than this.
That was better than that simply because he went up against the Warriors.
And also
that was literally couldn't believe it.
I mean,
when I won that game.
At least Kevin Durant had Jeff Green yesterday. When I tell you LeBron had nobody was doing anything. No one was doing anything. Maybe a little bit of Kevin Love. I think he had 7.
Yeah, Kevin Love did some things, but it wasn't anything crazy.
But
Jeff Green didn't do
It's
anything.
incredible what KD did yesterday. Incredible. I mean, you cannot ask enough from one player. And me and you were talking about it earlier in the game. We think he's being too passive. And, I think he was. And maybe it's either he was waiting for Harden to do something, or maybe he just waiting for the moment. I don't know what he was doing, but in the second half,
no. This is what happened. I knew the Nets were going to win this game. You know why? Because here's the thing. When you're beating on a team, when you're beating them up, when you're beating up a great team in the playoffs, going into halftime, you got to sit there as the winning team. Like the Bucks had to go in halftime and ask themselves this. Were they the reason why they're up by 16, or was it the Nets? Did the Nets shoot themselves in the foot, or did the Bucks do something so great to make it look that good? And the thing is, they didn't sit there and realize, well, James Harden, we double teamed him almost the entire first half because he played the majority of the first half. I think he sat out 2 minutes in the first half. Those were like the 2 minutes he sat out the entire game. And they literally had open opportunities. Talking about the Nets, just missed them. Mm-hmm. They were missing them. That's the truth. And they didn't realize that, and they just kept doing the same thing. The difference was in the second half, KD started cooking. KD dropped 30 in the second half. Jeff Green's drilled threes. Blake Griffin 27, 24, 27. Blake Griffin hit back-to-back threes in the third.
Saw that.
They weren't hitting those in the first half like that. They were so they would hit occasionally, but they were so inconsistent. But they didn't realize that. They thought they were doing something special. It's like, no, they're missing shots. Landry Shamet in the first half had a wide open three, didn't even hit rim. It was that bad. Joe Harris airballing shots. And that's why they lost. They didn't realize that this Nets team actually could have done much better than they did in the first half. They didn't realize that. And they played passive, and they gave these guys open shots.
I don't think they
had open shots. Blake Griffin had open shots. KD had tough shots, but he wasn't doubled. He wasn't doubled, so you could have done more on KD.
And we're about to get into the Bucks side of this really quickly, because first of all, actually, we'll talk about this now. The Bucks didn't lose this game because of their defense. Because they gave up what, 60 points, 65. I mean, to the Nets. Like, I'm sorry to say, you got Kevin Durant. I expect that. You have a 16?
No. Wait. You don't think they lost because of their defense?
I think they lost because their offense was horrible. I mean, horrible. I mean,
what was the point of signing Jrue Holiday?
What?
What was the point of signing Jrue Holiday?
I mean, they don't even run plays, bro. They do ISOs. It's so annoying to watch the Bucks right now. And that second half, you're right. The point of bringing in Jrue Holiday is so you can run a proper offense, and that's why Eric Bledsoe was like terrible last year during the playoffs. Yeah, because he couldn't start it off.
What's the point? What's the point of Jrue Holiday? I don't get it. You got this man guarding James Harden, but James Harden is guarding him. Why aren't you attacking James Harden?
I mean, I wish I could tell you an answer.
Why? Like, Jrue Holiday is a solid bucket. He's not incompetent. He could score. James Harden's on one leg. And don't get me started with Giannis shooting a fadeaway 15 feet out. With James Harden's like, move out of the way. I got this. Puts his hand out like this.
I mean, it's like he knew he was about to take that stupid ass shot. Like, Giannis, he's got one leg, bro. He hasn't played deep. And anytime they attacked Harden, which happened like 5 or 6 times during the game, you know what Harden would do? Ready? Swipe. That's it. Because he can't follow them. He can't follow them. His leg is broken, basically. He's basically playing with one leg, as you said yesterday.
Well, Harden is great at the swipe. He does it better than almost anyone in the league. He's really good at swiping the ball at like the perfect time. But he was still on one leg. How much can he do? He can't do much. You just gotta do one move on him, and he's gonna stop playing because he doesn't want to mess up his hammy. You could tell he was playing I don't want to say soft. I don't think that's the right word, but he was playing like, hey, I'm not gonna give you my 100%. I'm not gonna do it. If you beat me, you beat me. I'm not gonna come after you.
I don't
And-
want to
and-
reiterate. I'm not a person that gets upset when I watch basketball like that because I'm like, oh, okay, some things you can't. I mean, they could have won that game if they were
They
just
should've.
even a little bit
They should've.
like intelligent.
KD dropped 50, and they should have still won that game.
It's embarrassing. And by the way, if the Bucks make one or two adjustments next game, they're gonna beat the Nets.
They're gonna win.
They're gonna beat the
They're gonna win
Nets.
unless James Harden finds like a cure to his hamstring like today and starts cooking.
He's
They
not going
should
to play
win
well
next game.
tomorrow either. He has a possibility of maybe playing well Game 7, maybe, but
Maybe.
tomorrow he's not going to play well. What?
I believe they should sit him out for game 6.
There's
that's
no
my
point of
opinion.
playing him. I mean,
I
if he
really
just-
don't think so.
I mean, if he just
I think the reason why they might play him because they might be like, okay, maybe the Bucks are retarded, right? Maybe the Bucks are retarded and actually try to double team enter James Harden again, which will give KD more opportunities. I think I think that's the only reason why you put Harden out there. And another reason maybe is like, hey, you put Harden. I'd rather have one-legged Harden out there than Bruce Brown. No, this or Mike James, maybe, but he's not going to get you buckets. Not now.
I mean, again,
But it will be interesting to see. Maybe they don't double him and he starts cooking. I don't know.
I mean, they wasted Drew Holiday's defense yesterday. Wasted him. Just putting him on James Harden. Why? He's not running. Like, you could put anybody else in there. Maybe get more.
It was obvious.
Take-
It was obvious.
and also-
Every time James Harden got the ball, it got so obvious to the point that like you knew he was going to pass it. You knew he was going to give the ball up to someone.
Oh
You
my
knew it. And
Yeah.
not only were they giving up,
I mean, did you see James Harden 15 feet or in any point of the game? No, he couldn't. He couldn't be in there. He can't. He has no explosion. He can't jump.
he can't
he's no
explode.
pro.
He can't jump for rebounds. He can't box out. He can't like really bend down and get in a defensive position and try to play really good defense. You can't. You like it's a hamstring suck.
And like, we're not blaming James Harden. We're just saying how dumb are if you're the Bucks. How
No,
dumb do you
this
have
isn't
to
blaming James Harden. This
No,
is
it's
like,
not.
how do you not take advantage of an injured player? You never. How many times do you see someone play on a bad hamstring? It doesn't happen. You don't get that opportunity.
There's a reason why, and yesterday's the reason why you never see anyone play on a bad hamstring.
because it's unbearable. I've never had a messed up hamstring, and I can't imagine. Like it's unbearable. It's unbearable, and that's why
He
you
was-
don't see players even in the playoffs playing with a messed up hamstring.
I mean,
and they
he
didn't
was-
take advantage of it.
jogging up and down just jogging.
There were times he was
nothing
walking.
more than 5
There were
miles
times.
an hour.
There were times where the Nets would finish the offensive possession, and James Harden would finally reach the half court line. Like there were possessions where it was a 4-on-5. Truthfully, James Harden there was no intention of giving the ball to James Harden at all. Shamit would get the ball, and this man was like usually would give it to Harden on certain passes on certain plays. Nope. You relax, Harden. Let me drive in.
All right.
It was a 4-on-5. It was a 4-on-5, and they lost. And the Bucks were healthy. And there were people out there saying that this Bucks team could beat up before the series started.
Me, I said they had a chance.
You said they had a chance. Hey, now looking back on it, healthy Harden, healthy Kyrie, and KD, sweep. It's a sweep. I don't care what anyone says. It's a sweep.
I'll say this. I did not. If the Bucks play the way they should have played, the way that, see, the Nets are smart, and if the Bucks were as smart as the Nets, this series might be already over. This series might be this series probably would be Bucks in 6.
And credit to Steve Nash.
Yeah, for all the shit that people give him for getting this
Give him-
opportunity,
but he had
made
the
most
guts.
of it.
He had the power. He could have told KD, "No, man, I'm not playing you 48 minutes. 40 minutes max. Take it or leave it." You could have said that,
Yeah,
but he said, "No, I'm gonna. You want to play? I'll let you play 48 minutes."
it's crazy, dude. Like,
He was smart enough to say, "Okay, Harden, I'm gonna keep you out there until the Bucks do something
if you're Budenholzer, if you're first of all Budenholzer, if they don't
He's
win
gone.
the series, if they don't
He's
win the
gone.
series, he's gone.
He's.
By the way.
I think regardless. I think
Okay, but
because
if they win the NBA championship, then
I don't think they're winning a championship.
but I'm just saying hypothetically. You're saying he's
I
gone
don't-
no matter what.
They don't have the mental capacity to win with that retard.
I mean, he might be. How do you get out coached by Steve Nash with less talent? Is what I'm just completely confused about. Dude, he made zero. If I see Brook Lopez on the court one more time when KD does that pick and roll, Brook Lopez, I don't care if he's nailing threes. I don't care.
Where's Bobby Portis?
He
Where
shouldn't be
is
out
this
there
man?
either. You know what they should do? Giannis at center. Giannis at center. Is that hard? Shooters around Giannis? Is that hard?
By the way, what the hell was Giannis doing on the defensive end, guarding Joe Harris?
Why? That's not his fault because that's like the coaches tell him to do that. But why is that happening? Why?
Yeah. Why is he not on
Why?
KD? Defensive player of the year not guarding KD.
Why is
Make
PJ
it make
Tucker
sense.
guard? Why is 6'3" PJ Tucker guarding him? So stupid. Like
I think Kenny Smith said it best last night. He said when Shaq played in his prime, he would dominate the first 45 minutes of the game.
yeah.
But the final 3 minutes when the game was close, they were gonna foul him. And that's when you gave it to your other player, Kobe, Dwayne Wade. Because if you foul those two guys, they're gonna make the free throws. Right?
Yeah.
That is why you have a Drew Holiday. That's why I know he's not Kobe. I'm not saying Drew Holiday is Kobe. All right. I'm not saying Chris Middleton is Dwayne Wade. But those guys can hit over 80%, 90% from the free throw line. You got to give them the ball. Why are you running plays with Giannis?
Why is the switch? Why is when
In
they
the final minutes?
I mean, why are they not doing a pick and roll to whoever is being guarded by James Harden and have their Drew Holiday or Chris Middleton take James Harden to the hole or do something with James Harden doing defense? I mean, James Harden's not a good defender to begin with. And now you're on top of that, you're giving him a hamstring injury in which he can't move. It's an embarrassment that they lost that game. So stupid. It's not like they weren't. I mean,
It's
really
bad.
quick.
It's bad.
It's not like they weren't making threes. It's not like they weren't making shots. It's not like they were doing. It's not like they were getting bodied on the boards. They were making shots. They were and then all of a sudden, it's like they got scared, dude. It's like they got scared. They didn't want to play anymore. And why is Giannis showed me a little something yesterday? I know he's only 25. That play with Harden that you mentioned, that's impossibly stupid. Like an impossibly stupid play that he did. And I get it. Like I want to give KD and the Nets like a lot of credit. But you watch that game, I mean, you can't overlook how stupid the Bucks played. Like it's just so dumb. And I don't know if the Bucks, even if they survive this series, even if they play the Hawks,
they
even
won't
if they
beat
play the
Philly.
Hawks,
You
they're not
know
beating
what
them.
you said? You. I remember you saying the Bucks. Whoever wins this series goes to the finals. Nah, dude.
No.
The Bucks are not go beating Philly. They're not beating
They're
Philly.
not beating, or I don't think they're going to beat Atlanta because they're that dumb.
That would be crazy. Atlanta versus.
I'm being serious, dude. I just don't think they have any type of adjustment. They have zero
Well,
adjustments.
since we're talking about the finals a little bit, like moving like on.
Mhm.
Let's talk about the West and two major losses, which in my opinion leads me to one choice and one choice only, and that is, or one reason or thought process, and that is the Utah Jazz have won the Western Conference, barring anything else.
Right.
Like Chris Paul gets, it's a mistake and Chris Paul comes back, or if, Kawhi, or maybe if Paul George goes insane and they somehow win that series, barring any of that stuff, which I don't think will happen, the Utah Jazz will be representing the Western Conference.
Now, I'll say hold on that thought just for one reason is that I'm not for sure. No, do I know Chris Paul has coronavirus?
Well, they're saying
because-
now indefinitely. Like they're saying the Western it's in jeopardy. Like he most likely won't play.
If he has corona, the Jazz will be winning because unless if Paul George pulls off some KD shit these next few games,
That'd be crazy.
That'd be
Well, if he does that, then we got to start talking about Paul George. It's like, why?
They traded 7 picks for you. Go do something out there, bro. For real. It's your time. You have to be, because you have to be that boy now.
To me, I don't think he necessarily has to win. Because losing a guy like Kawhi that's a big deal.
He has to show up for sure.
But look, for me, Paul, you do your thing. You're putting up your points. It is what it is. It's like they laugh at LeBron for he lost Anthony Davis.
And Hamid, they were not making a single three, bro, on the Lakers. The Lakers were like
he lost Anthony Davis.
From three.
Paul George, they're gonna clown Paul George when they lose. Oh, you can't get it done. He lost Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, but listen, if Paul George
and you know what, if the Bucks weren't retarded, the Bucks would win this series, and then they'll say, "Well, KD, I thought you were the best in the world. He lost James Harden. He lost Kyrie." It's like that matters.
I mean, I'm gonna say this: KD came out and he did what he did yesterday, and then he lost the game. You think anyone's gonna be criticizing KD today? No, because the Nets are clearly not good enough. Without James Harden and Kyrie Irving playing hurt, honestly, I say this now just because I'm like, oh, they might not be good enough to win the championship. With all these damn injuries, they might freaking win the championship. They freaking might.
Who?
The Nets.
Oh.
With just
KD.
KD.
I think the Hawks might win it all.
I don't see that. I don't see that happening. Actually, you know what? I'll do this right now. Let's do this right now because there 7 teams left in the playoffs? Right? There's 7 teams left.
Yeah.
Rank your 7 to 1. Like, what do you think is the power?
The worst team right now.
So I'm going to give you the teams right now, just so I'm going to write them down real quick. But you let me know. Like, do you think? Hold on, let me get a pen. Do you think, like, if the Nets were by themselves, like just KD, do you think they can win the championship? Do you actually think that? That's like an honest question.
No.
Just knowing the state of the NBA. You don't think so? Okay,
No.
why?
Because of the Utah Jazz. I think.
So you think the Jazz are that lethal?
I think, Mo, respect to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant might drop 40 in that series if he was by himself. Jordan Clarkson, Ingles, Bogdanovich, Donovan Mitchell, and you got Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley. Mo, it's too much.
Okay, so here are the teams.
KD, but you know what? I was about to say something crazy, but never mind.
No, say it.
I was gonna say if KD were to pull that off, I would have to put him ahead of LeBron James.
If he won it.
If he won it,
wait. What do you mean ahead of LeBron? Like right now, he's the best
all time.
That's a little crazy.
Because we always said LeBron James. Well, he had really bad teams, and he couldn't beat those Spurs in 06. He couldn't beat the Warriors because they were ridiculous. But KD with this team, if he can beat this Jazz team, who are filthy, like a great team.
I mean, they're not. I'm sorry, they're not three. They're not Golden State 3-1.
No, I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying he has no business winning that championship.
No, neither did LeBron in 2016, but I still think 2016 LeBron's championship.
I think he'll help his case ultimately.
Oh, for sure, yeah. No, he'll be
help his case a lot.
If he wins this championship,
maybe not. Maybe he doesn't surpass him, but it'll help his case a lot.
He'll be a top 10 player, no doubt, right? He would be in Kobe territory for me if he wins the championship.
He's better than Kobe.
I'm not gonna.
No, I mean, like, let's be honest.
I'm not gonna front with you.
Let's be honest right now. Let's be honest. Respect to Kobe Bryant. He passed away, so if you say anything bad about him, that's a death sentence, right? And I'm not trying to say anything bad about him. But if you're asking me, prime Kobe or prime Kevin Durant, he's 7 feet, Mo. He's 7 feet. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, I'm not even gonna argue that. Like, I'm not going to, because it's gonna be crazy. Another thing. This is like kind of like the Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady thing.
He's a greater scorer than Kobe.
For now, it's just the Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady thing. Like, Aaron Rodgers has more talent. KD has more talent than Kobe. Are you gonna say that's true? That is true.
He does.
KD's more talented.
He does.
But
KD came into the
legacy-wise,
league.
I just think Kobe's
KD
better.
came into the league with a package. That man was already all-star caliber when he entered the league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and you can't say that about Kobe. You can't. Kobe was
No,
not
no.
that. It took him 4 years, which is fine, by the way. That's not like.
But here's the thing. Kobe also won 2 championships, like when he was the best player on the team. And I know KD won 2
Was he though?
already.
Was he though?
Please be quiet. No, he was better than Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the early 3P.
Like Shaq. Oh no, he wasn't better than Shaq. No.
Yeah. I thought you were saying I thought you were saying the last 2 championships he won with Shaq, he was better than Shaq. No.
Maybe the third one he possibly was, but even then it's kind of like iffy. But the last 2
No, yeah, but Kobe was obviously better than Powell. He was the best player.
and KD's
in the league.
teams were just, I'm sorry to say, they're unbelievable. The Golden State Warriors teams are crazy.
Yes, but come on. Like let's be honest,
They
Mark.
were crazy.
Like these idiots, they like to create super teams and all of that. Okay, let's say every superstar had their own team. Every star had their own team. You know KD's team is going to be one of the top, right?
Yeah.
So what's this argument? Like if they're going to what's this argument? Like if Damian Lillard and his team and Kevin Durant, who's winning that series? If the role players were equal.
Well,
And
yeah.
KD So let's cut the crap. Yeah, he had a.
It's not about that, though. I'm just saying in general, like.
And let's be
I
honest,
just
Kobe
have
had no.
more respect for Kobe's last 2 rings than I do with
But he did get lucky though. He did get lucky.
against the Celtics when they lost.
He did get lucky. Celtics were the biggest choke artists. They sold in 09.
That game 7 and I think it was
In 2010,
10.
they are choke artists. Kobe shot like 20-something free throws and they couldn't buy a shot.
Yeah, no.
We
That's
sold.
crazy.
Kobe kind of got lucky, and then he went up against Dwight Howard and Jamar Nelson, or whatever.
Jameer Nelson, yeah. Jameer Nelson was a bad boy though, all-star. Kind of like a Mo Williams type thing. He was an all-star too. Okay, anyway. So
Stop.
here are the teams that are left in the playoffs, right? You got the Hawks, you got the Sixers, you got the Suns, you got the Clippers, you got the Jazz, you got the Bucks, you got the Nets. And actually, Kawhi obviously torn ACL. Or maybe whatever it is, ACL, something with his ACL. He won't be playing tonight. Probably won't be playing Game 6. That's probably the rest of the series. They were saying the remainder of the playoffs is looking pretty different as well. So you got the Clippers, you got the Suns, who are missing their, in my opinion, their best player.
So we're making this ranking based off of not full capacity, based off like now, like the
right
player,
now, as
hurt and who's
currently
not.
of course, right now, I mean, yeah, not full capacity because the Nets would be the favorites, but like.
Okay. So number 7, right, dude.
So you got the Nets. So I don't think the Nets are 7. For how dumb the Bucks are, but they're not 7. The Jazz, no, because they could be borderline the favorite right now. The Clippers, maybe, but we'll see. The Suns, no, I don't think so. Sixers, I don't think they're 7. I guess you gotta just say the Hawks because they're really just
The Hawks. Okay.
I don't think they're ready yet. You know what I mean?
The Hawks are the 7th. Okay.
So we're gonna say this. I'm gonna agree with you. The Hawks are the 7th best team in the playoffs. The Sun. So I'm gonna move the Jazz and the Bucks for now out of the equation because I don't think those 2 teams are the 6th.
Well, I'll say the Jazz for me is number 1 right now.
I'm gonna have to agree with you.
And
The Jazz are
I would say the Sixers too, because they're actually healthy. And they got 3 all
Well, are they
defensive
healthy?
players.
Because Joel Embiid's meniscus is weird.
Yeah, but they still have 3 all defensive players. So Joel Embiid is still out there.
Even if Joel Embiid's like 50%, they're probably beating the Bucks because they're not gonna make any
I'm
adjustments.
saying they're the 2nd. I'll say they're the 2nd.
I think the Bucks will probably be 3.
They are 3, but they're playing like 7.
They're playing like a 6, really.
Okay, but they're a 3. Okay, so that's okay. Number 4, I'm gonna say Suns.
Me too. I'm gonna say the Suns. 5, the Nets. 6, the Clippers.
Yes.
Because
KD with this team is better than Paul George and his team. Yes.
even though the Clippers are deeper with Paul George, but KD's is not like a substantially better player than Paul. Like he's not like head and shoulders above him, but he's better than freaking.
He's better.
Yeah.
Better.
So
not like a
Jazz,
million.
Sixers, Bucks, Suns, Nets, Clippers, Hawks.
Yeah.
And I just don't even know about the Hawks. Like, would you be surprised if they made it to the NBA Finals?
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they won it. I just wouldn't even be a little like I wouldn't be surprised if any of these teams won. Maybe the
Yeah.
Clippers actually, if they don't have Kawhi the whole time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Nets won with just KD. I wouldn't be surprised if the Suns won.
I actually be surprised if the Suns made it to the finals.
I don't know.
I don't think. I think we'll talk about whatever.
All right, yeah, we finished this list and everything, but we got cut off there for a little bit. We lost Wi-Fi. You know, so yeah, we're just gonna honestly move on to the NBA. I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, okay, really quick before we move on. I mean, who do you think is gonna win tonight?
I got the Sixers winning,
Mm-hmm.
and I got the Jazz winning.
Okay. See, I'm rooting for the Sixers and the Jazz to win, but knowing me, my luck in the last few weeks for the teams I want to win, the opposite happens usually. So I'm gonna go the opposite. I think the Clippers find a way to win tonight, and then I think that
Your favorite
the
player,
Hawks
Trae
win
Young, is
because
going to win
Joel
the Hawks,
Embiid.
right?
I think Joel Embiid's actually really hurt. But if not, if he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong. Okay, let's go
Okay.
to the NFL. You ready for the NFL now?
Yeah, yeah.
We saw the video of your boy. You know,
Who's my boy?
your boy. You know,
Who?
number one on the Patriots.
No, stop right there. No.
It's a joke. You know,
That's
I
not
know.
my boy. That's not my
Okay.
boy.
I mean, it's just two throws. Really, it was 2 or 3 throws. I mean, and Mac Jones made the throw. And I think the point is, so I'm not going to say this, but you never know. Maybe a racist guy was like, man, we're going to try to pinpoint Cam Newton's 2 bad throws of the day. We want Mac Jones to start, whatever the case is. You can now unleash on your New England Patriots. This is your time. Go ahead. Talk about every aspect. I want you to go from O-line to kicker
I
to punter.
told everyone. I told everyone.
Don't give me no Tom Brady's. I don't want you to go in the past. I want you to talk about your
No.
team.
Tom Brady matters in this because he is, as of right now.
Go ahead.
So we're talking about the Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just start off with this. As of right now, Tom Brady is maybe like 50 times better than Cam at the moment.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
He's better than Cam Newton by a substantial margin.
Okay. That's all I need to know. 50 is just a number I came up with. But the point is he's a lot better. Okay. This idea, my problem is that the Patriots have had a lot of excuses this past season. A lot. And COVID was the biggest one. Stephon Gilmore got COVID. Cam got COVID. This, and that. Oh, my God. We lost 8 players. More than anyone in the league. That's why we're not in the playoffs. Stop. Just stop. This team is not good enough. Okay? They are not. Okay? Our defense has no star talent. We got a bunch of good players led by an elite defensive-minded coach. All right? And that can get you so far. That can get you to a certain point. Okay? They talked about how we lost Marcus Cannon. They talked about how we lost Dante Hightower. First of all, last season the offensive line was better than the year before when Tom Brady was there. So you really can't bring up the offensive line really in this situation.
They're better now. Right now they're better. Like
They were better last year than the year before.
Yeah, but now they're substantially better with the new additions that they made this year.
Well, we lost Tooney. What do you mean?
But you get Trent Brown. Trent Brown's good.
Trent Brown's good, but he's no stop. Yeah, this team is not good.
Who's your right guard again?
I don't know right now. I honestly don't. I just
Well, how
haven't.
about rookie that
I've been
played
focused
really
on
well
basketball.
Yeah,
I
that
focused
rookie
on-
that played really well last year. That's
Well,
why you guys didn't resign too.
But that's my point, Mo. we were bad last year, but our line was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Better than when Tom Brady was there. So I'm not attacking the line. I'm saying they're even better.
Yeah.
Okay. Our receiving core is trash. Garbage. Garbage. People were praising, oh, we got this. No, garbage.
I'll say this really quick.
They might have the worst receiving core in the league. One
I'll
of
say
the
this
worst.
really quickly, Happy. The Patriots trying to figure out the wide receiver situation.
It's embarrassing.
No, it's kind of like the Yankees trying to figure out their starting rotation. They're trying to figure. I feel like they just don't know.
No, it's not. You know why?
Yes, it is because
No,
the
no, it's
Yankees-
not. You
the
know why?
Yankees
You know
also
why?
do a good
No,
job.
because the Yankees. You talking about their? Are you talking about the Yankees' entire team or the
Just
pitching?
the pitching staff. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
comparing the
I
wide
thought you were about the
receivers-
entire team because
the wide
the
receivers-
Yankees are paying star players, but they just haven't really
right.
fulfilled anything.
Like you're paying Nelson Aguilar what? You're paying what's his face?
Double like
Stupid.
eight figures.
Stupid.
He's not worth it. Nelson Aguilar isn't that good. Nelson Aguilar is a third option on an elite team.
Yeah, he is.
This team isn't good. Sony Michel is decent. Our offense is still sorry. Okay. Now let's look at our defense. I already said it.
Yeah.
Our defense. I mean, Stephon Gilmore might not play this year. He was looking for a contract, and I don't think he's worth it because he's now reaching his 30s and he's had a couple injuries. You know, I don't even know if Stephon Gilmore is worth that type of money, so we might have to let him go, which is unfortunate. Okay, we don't have a Khalil Mack on our team, a Von Miller, a T.J. Watt. God, if we got an Aaron Donald, we don't have that. We don't have that on our team. We just don't. This team does not have star power. Okay? It doesn't at all whatsoever. Name me a star on the New England Patriots. None. Cam isn't a star anymore. 2015 Cam, oh yeah, star. Box
Stephon Gilmore is a star.
Yes, but he's peaked.
What's up?
He's peaked. So
yeah,
this team is not for Patriots fans out there that think they're gonna win 11 games, 12 games, 13. You're on crack. You're on crack. You are stupid if you think with Cam Newton and this squad you're winning 12 games. I know they got two great tight ends. Jonnu Smith, I mean he's good. They acting like they signed Travis Kelce and Gronk. They acting like they signed. People are like New England's acting like they signed Travis Kelce and
I'll give you a better comparison.
George Kittle.
I think they think that they signed Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez. They did it. They're not.
They did no. Like Aaron Hernandez in his prime, which was cut short because he's a murderer, but. He was better than both those guys.
We shouldn't be laughing about Aaron Hernandez. But
Aaron Hernandez is better than both those guys.
Yeah, he is.
Aaron Hernandez dead might be better than John Smith, but that's besides the point. But
we're about to get canceled, bro. Oh man.
This team isn't good. They're not good. They're not good. I don't know how many times to say it. These Patriots fans, man, they're acting like we're going to win 12, 13 games. If we win 9, I'm jumping off the roof of my house.
If you guys are the 7th seed, we're
the 7th seed is the max.
Yeah.
The max we're getting. I'm not expecting anything this season. I think that's the right approach to this. I'm not trying to get overhyped and say, oh, yeah, we're going to dominate, and then, not for us not to show up. I'd rather have low expectations and see where we go from there.
Would you want to start Mac Jones from the start?
No.
You want to start Cam?
I want to start Cam. I want to give Cam a chance, even though he's kind of trash. We got to give the start a chance. And if he doesn't perform the first 3-4 weeks, okay, we'll put Mac Jones in.
And we haven't really
that, it's a respect thing. I think it's a matter of respect.
Y'all haven't really talked about the following. Like you haven't really talked about the draft really. And we haven't really talked. Even me and you personally, like off the grid. We have your comments on the Mac Jones pick. You haven't really talked too much.
I'm
about.
disappointed.
I'm not
no way. I'll take that back. When we were on the clock, I'm happy we picked them up, but we could have had others. We could have gotten not Jalen Hurts. What am I saying? Justin Fields.
But
we didn't trade up.
Yeah.
We didn't want to trade up. We stayed passive. We were like, no one's gonna trade up to get this guy. And now I'm actually happy for Chicago. Chicago might actually have gotten their legit quarterback, a franchise quarterback for the first time in forever. So I'm happy for them.
And the fact that what's his face? Nagy said that Justin Fields might not start week 1. I didn't know Andy Dalton was the second coming. I didn't know Andy Dalton was Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Who cares what that clown says? Nagy doesn't have a job soon. Okay, he's not that good of a head coach.
You better hope this Justin Fields kid works out. Because the moment Andy Dalton, if he starts sucking, which I think he will.
It's not a matter of if it works out. I think right now for the Bears fans, they're just relieved that their team made the right decision.
Yeah.
And that was the right decision.
It was.
If
the Giants.
If it doesn't work out, and if it doesn't work out, then talk about, okay, then look at Justin Fields and what he did. Right?
Yeah.
The Bears organization, you can't call them out for drafting this guy. They had to, and they did it. So credit to them.
I'm so proud of the Bears for doing that. Like they gave the Bears, and I don't hate Bears fans. There's no hate I have against Bears fans, and I don't think you do too.
No.
I want them to be happy because like they're real hardcore fans. So like I'm glad.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, 2 out of the last 3 years they've been to the playoffs.
Yeah,
it's not like they've been god awful.
The first time they went to the playoffs, they actually had a good shot. We knew going into
and they would have, but then the double doink.
Yeah, but then we knew that this year that they didn't stand a chance. Let's be honest. So
yeah.
So this is where I'm going to talk about my team. Okay, it's only fair.
The Jets.
Not the Jets. Not the Jets.
The Cowboys. I know you're a secret Cowboys fan.
If anyone, just to let you guys know, in the podcast when we start getting into the NFL stuff, I'm going to be extremely biased against the Cowboys. I don't like them. Never have. Never will. They're definitely the most hated team I've ever. And it's.
So you're a Redskin.
I can't even put this podcast up now. Thanks.
Washington football team. The Washington football team.
Right.
AKA, you know what?
Yeah.
You're a fan of them.
I'm a fan of the New York Football Giants.
Oh my God.
Hamid and I have had our fair shares of
the Giants, man.
First
Daniel Jones season.
Listen. Me and Hamid and me have watched both Super Bowls together. Once when we was in first grade, and the other time I think he was in 5th grade, and I was in 3rd and 7th grade. And Hamid refuses to come to my house now, I think, after that, to watch any other game. Except one time he did show up. He showed up to the Eagles Super Bowl.
And we lost. So when it comes to the Super Bowl and Tom Brady, I'll never go to your house.
He went to
the one time I went to your house for a playoff game and Tom Brady won a game.
Won. Yeah.
And we all, oh my God, dude, that game was tense. That game was crazy.
Yeah. So yes, I'm a Giants fan. And let me tell you, unfortunately, and I hate doing this to myself, I actually have hope and I have expectations of this team. And I feel like you're laughing right now, maybe because I'm not sure if the Giants have made some pretty big strides, I think, this offseason. I think so. And the only thing that for me, there's 2 things that are big question marks for my team. So we get Galladay, right? Our wide receivers are stacked. I think so. I mean, they should be. You got Slayton, Shepard, Galladay, first-round pick Kadarius Toney. You got, if Evan Ingram just doesn't drop balls, he's a very good tight end. And that's a big if. So I know that's if he doesn't drop balls, like that's half of the game. Like I know, but he's a good player when he has the ball in his hands. He's probably the fastest tight end in the league.
Okay.
I like what I saw from Andrew Thomas in the second half of the season. We also
Talking
have
about that defense.
I'm about to get there. Shane Lemieux, the offensive line is where I have a concern. The Will Hernandez, Shane Lemieux, Nick Gates type rotation as our starting interior offensive lineman scares me. Matt Peart at right tackle, I would like to see. If I see Nate Solder on the field, I'm gonna cut my artery because I cannot see Nate Solder out there. I just cannot. Like if I see Nate Solder play left tackle and Andrew Thomas plays right tackle, I'm gonna hang myself off the top of my house because Nate Solder needs to get cut. Like, wait, hold on. Wait, Nate Solder's still on the team, right? I think so, right? He didn't retire, right? Look that up for me. I'm pretty sure. Something's ringing in my head, but I think he's still on the team, and he took a pay cut. I mean, this offensive line is the big question mark. He's still on the team,
AKA the revolving door.
That's what's his name? The guy that the Patriots have.
Oh man, what's
Marshall Newhouse.
Marshall Newhouse.
Eric Flowers. Oh my God.
No, don't do Eric Flowers like that. I'm sorry to Nate Solder. That's disrespectful what I said.
Yeah, no.
Marshall Newhouse. For people that don't know me, most of you don't. When we talk about Marshall Newhouse, I don't call him Marshall Newhouse. I just say the revolving door. And I say that. That's what I'm talking about. This guy man is a revolving door. The ball is snapped. Dude, my quarterback, please. Let me tell you a story. Just quickly. I know we're talking about the Giants, but this man walked onto the field for a Patriots-Ravens game. His first snap, I swear, I thought Tom Brady died. I saw Tom Brady on the floor. They showed the replay. I never seen Tom Brady get hit that hard in my life. Good guy. Dude, he's like 40-something years old, and he ate that. and they look at the replay. Marshall Newhouse did not touch the guy that he was supposed to defend. Didn't even touch him. He literally come right through, sir. Just killed Tom.
What do they call those guys that let everybody in, like, in the door? What do they call those people?
Bellboy? I don't know, but he's that. He's got a career.
He's whatever that is.
He's got a career in that if he loses his money in the NFL. Okay?
Oh, my God.
He's got a career in that because he does a phenomenal job at just letting people through.
Eric Flowers, I mean, the same shit.
Or Yankees security. Oh. No, he could work there, man. They let anyone.
Don't expect anything not to happen in there, but he'll let people in. If you want people in fast, he'll let people in fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, the offensive line for the Giants is questionable. It's not like it's going to be. It could either be terrible.
They're not that bad. Will Hernandez is pretty good. I like him.
We'll see. He was not good last year, but we'll see.
He's a second-year player though, or a first.
Fourth-year player now.
Oh, he's a fourth now.
Yeah.
Damn.
He was good his rookie year. He's not good his second year that much. Last year he was battling COVID, so I'm not going to give him too much of a hard time. But Eric Flowers, and I completely forgot about our best player on our whole fucking team. I almost blew over the offense without even mentioning Saquon Barkley. This offense,
overrated.
I mean, you got to agree with this. This offense, weapons-wise, is nutty. It's nutty. Like,
you got the offense, but
we got the offensive weapons. Now, the second biggest question mark, which is actually the first biggest question mark, is Daniel Jones. Is this guy going to hold the ball for more than 3 seconds without fumbling it?
He needs to stop.
Does he need rosin and sunscreen like those pictures in the MLB, like to hold on?
I'm pretty sure you get procedures, like to stretch out your fingers, make your hands bigger. He needs that.
It takes.
That man can't hold on to the ball. Get him stick him.
We sometimes I wish he didn't throw the ball and he just ran it. Like he loses the
ball a lot. It's actually really scary. And,
He
and
was no,
to be fair, Daniel Jones has sold some games. Like that Bucks game, Giants should have won that game last year.
oh yeah, he
The
sold.
one game I remember, but Daniel Jones sold, overthrew a couple plays, a couple times.
Yeah, and against the Steelers week one, he sold. And it's not like Daniel Jones isn't talented, because honestly,
He's
was good.
fast. He's fast. He's mobile.
And he can throw.
He's made some throws. He's just not consistent, and he fumbles more than anyone I've ever
I
seen
mean,
in my
a
life.
fumble is as bad or worse than an interception.
It's worse. It's worse because when you fumble, it
goes backwards.
Because the interception, it's going to be further over there.
Yeah.
So a fumble is worse. Not to mention, you're putting your players at risk even more because they're getting in the pile. Someone can get hurt. You know what I mean?
And everyone just talks about Daniel Jones and his fumbling. It is the only thing you can talk about with this man. It's an unbelievable amount of fumbles this guy produces. I mean, I swear to God, sometimes, bro, how does this happen? It happens once or twice every game, bro.
Yeah, you have to expect that at this point.
Yeah, and it's you shouldn't be expecting that. I don't know, dude. That Daniel Jones, if there's anything that we that might derail the season, it's his bad play or the offensive line is just getting whooped.
He had 18 fumbles.
There's 16.
2019, games. 11 fumbles in 2020.
Okay, he did better, but I'm pretty sure he missed 4 games.
Yes, he did. No, he played 14 games.
Okay, so he missed 2 games. So he got better with the fumbling, but it's still not good. It's
much better because the year before he played 13 games and had 19 fumbles.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. All right. Defensive wise,
they'll suck.
Shut the hell up. What are you talking about?
Your defense sucks.
What are you talking about? What do you mean our defense sucks? What sucks about our defense?
The DBs.
You did not just say that with a straight face.
I just did. The DBs.
We have James Bradbury. He was all pro.
If it helps you sleep at night.
Yeah, I know you're just trolling. You're trolling, right?
He was never all pro. He was a Pro Bowler last year.
He was really good last year. He's definitely a top 3 corner last year. We have Adoree Jackson we signed.
Adoree Jackson.
Logan Ryan is played really well for us last year. We have Xavier McKinney. Jabril Peppers played really well. Our DBs are very good, I think. Our interior, our defensive line, because we run a 3-4, so we run 3, like a left end, a right end, a D tackle, and then we have a left outside linebacker, right outside linebacker, and 2 middle linebackers. The Giants have Leonard Williams, really good, I think. What's the D tackle's game? The guy from Clemson, I forgot his name. Dexter Lawrence, right? You have Blake Martinez, who he's a good run stopper. He's not good on the pass. You drafted Azeez Ojulari, and he's a good, speed rusher for now. But the Giants' weakness on defense is their linebacking crew. And I just don't think that – I think their defense is going to be very good. I think it's going to be a top 10 defense. And I think their offense has potential to be a top 10 offense. And I think we have the potential to win the division. But it's just – I just think that the Giants – I just need to see them play. You know what I mean? You think that you have it. You think that you might have something going, like a good team, but you need to see them play first because you feel like that one question mark you might have, you want to see how that works out for you. So for the Giants, it's just really waiting to see how the season goes. And Daniel Jones sucks. First of all, there's no backup plan for this season. You go get a quarterback next year. You go get Sam Howell. You get Spencer Rattler. You get the kid from Liberty. I forgot his name. But you get those guys. And I think the Giants are going to go 10-7. 11-6.
I'd say 7-10. Just to piss you off.
I mean, you could say that. So you think the Patriots going to have a better record than the Giants?
No.
You don't think so? Okay, cool. But I'm glad we agree on that. At the very least.
Patriots are trash.
I think the Giants are going to be better. I was about to say if you want, we could put a bet on something like you have to do something, but
Nah. We don't have to put bets. No money involved.
no money. It's not money. It's not like an actual bet. Like something you got to do something. You got next podcast, like one of the podcasts. You got to dress up like a chicken. I don't know, something stupid. But you have anything else to talk about? I mean, I feel like I feel like we talked a lot, but like there's so much going on right now in the NBA. Like we couldn't even get to most of it. Like we couldn't even get to the firings. I don't even want to really talk about that because
What
like
LeBron said today was right.
about the injuries. That's correct.
He was right, but of course people hate on him because they're like, "Oh, he wouldn't have said that if he was still playing." And I'm like, you're gonna make your argument based on an assumption.
I mean,
Like, how can you like assume that LeBron wouldn't say anything if he was out there?
that's right.
But people are dumb. People are mentally challenged. I think that's the right word.
I would say that's how it. I mean,
We got a lot of
not
mentally
wrong.
challenged people.
Everyone's injured right
There's
now.
a lot of people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. They think they know, but they don't. Okay.
And just really quickly, people talking about how LeBron got this Mickey Mouse ring last year. Whoever wins this championship is just as a Mickey Mouse ring as last year, even more.
I don't think any of the rings are Mickey Mouse.
Well, I mean, but you know what I mean. If you're gonna call last year's ring a Mickey,
But they're
Mouse
not.
ring,
But they're not.
but I'm
But
just
they're
saying in
not
general.
because it's not LeBron James that's gonna get it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm bringing up the point that if you're gonna call LeBron James's ring last year a Mickey Mouse ring,
Well, yeah. Unless it's the Nets that win it, and without Harden and Kyrie, then you can't say that's a Mickey Mouse ring.
yeah, if they come back and they straight up, yeah. If they smoke everyone at the plat, then yeah. But
Well,
if it's like,
actually, I
but
take
I
that
mean,
back. You
for
can't say
example-
the Nets have a Mickey Mouse ring regardless because they were. Like I said, they were gonna win this whole thing if everyone was healthy.
I mean, is the Jazz win the championship? Is it a Mickey Mouse? People are gonna be like, "Oh, it's the Mickey Mouse season." Do 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 do. Like they might. They might. If the Hawks win, people are gonna be like, "This was a joke of the season."
Yeah.
Like if
I don't know. I don't think with the Jazz because they were the first seed, they had the best record. But if the Hawks win, they're gonna say it's a Mickey Mouse ring.
yeah,
And I might have to agree. I might have to because that's
because I'm sorry to say the Hawks should not win the championship.
the Hawks
The
have no
Hawks should
business
not.
getting out of the second round, but they might.
They might get out of the second round. Well, I think we've got into everything I wanted to talk about for now. Maybe we'll talk about the firings and later stuff on a different broadcast. I think when we talk to you next, there might be a possibility that a lot of the series might be over. If not, we might have a game 7 coming up. Hopefully.
There's a good chance that another superstar will get hurt.
Good chance. Maybe I don't even know what superstars are left.
I'm predicting it right now. The
Oh,
next
just
time we
like
have a video, Kevin Durant will have a torn ACL.
Wow.
But James
what?
Harden's gonna come back.
You know
and
what? If
take
we're gonna
the team
predict
to the finals.
injuries, that's messed up. First of all, that's really messed up.
I'm
But
knock
second
on
of all-
wood, but I'm telling you, the way things are going, shit. Donovan Mitchell
Man,
might get
You
shot.
know
in
what? I'm
Utah.
gonna say this right now. Paul George is gonna get his butt kicked so bad tonight, he might leave with an injury. Except I'm picking the Clippers tonight, so that doesn't really make sense. But
Come on, right now, Paul George snaps his ankle even worse than he did years ago.
yo, let's not. We're not wishing on
It's
this,
going
but
90 degrees. It's going 90 degrees to the right. His right ankle is going 90 degrees to the right.
You know who I'm surprised didn't get hurt yet? Trae Young. This dude is
He's
like
built different,
6
man. He's
feet
built
tall.
different. He's built different,
Now watch. Look, Joel Embiid's gonna land that on him tonight. It's gonna be over for him.
I'm surprised Ben
anyway.
Simmons didn't get hurt.
That's it. Yeah. All right. Well, is that everything? I mean, I think we're good to go. Thanks for
Yeah.
watching, everyone, and we'll see you guys next time.